Photography for me is all about the power of the print. In my case, as a specialist polar photographer, that's usually the Arctic or Antarctic. When I'm back in the studio, my goal is to translate the raw images that I captured in the field into my final vision and the print. The print is really my legacy. And importantly, I never really feel like I've finished with the photograph until I've made a print. You know, what's important with printing paper is that you find something that works for your particular type of photograph. So in my case, I need something that's really going to translate the texture and tone of snow and ice extremely well, and really produce that fine detail, that crystal-like detail that I'm looking for. I'm printing on Somerset Museum Rag because it is a matte paper and I don't like the reflections that I get off a gloss paper. I find the reflections personally quite distracting. When I'm printing on a matte paper, that distracting element is removed. So all I'm left with is the ink on the paper, the soft surface stipple of the paper, which I find really enhances the texture and tone of the snow and ice. And it gives it a painterly quality as well, that I think also works for my particular style of photographs. This print of an Arctic fox in winter was photographed in Svalbard, and it was blizzarding, freezing cold, minus 30 degrees. And the fox had almost completely disappeared on the hillside. So I hiked up to the fox. It stayed. I was able to photograph it, and there's a lot of very fine textural detail in the fur of the fox that's beautifully translated in the print on museum rag paper. And there's a soft, ethereal nature to the light. And there's a story here that, as you look, you see more and more in the print, and more is revealed in the gentle highlights. I want to print my work because the print is permanent and it's not really real until I've made a print. I mean, up until that point in time, it's just ones and zeros on a hard drive. And when I'm gone, I want my legacy to be the print. It's actually never been easier to print today with the technology that we have, to go from capture to print and produce a fine art photograph in your own home and have control over the process from start to finish. I find that when I actually put ink on paper, for me, that's when the photograph actually starts to come to life. It feels real to me. That's why I need to put it on paper.